Hi, I'm King Angel. I'm a full-time cosplayer and I do a lot of stuff related to cosplaying. So I'm stuck with Steven today and being stuck with Steven. It's okay lah, it's bearable. If I can do it, you can do it too. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Your button's undone.
Episode 1, guys.
We're off to a good start.
After a good start.
Episode 1, and Steven is already unwittingly stripping. It's great.
Yeah. So, speaking of wardrobe malfunctions,
Oh, wow. I felt that already.
are you a full-time cosplayer?
Yeah.
And how long have you been?
I've been cosplaying since 2019, taken seriously. Before that, I was always around the community, but not doing cosplay stuff. Blah, blah, blah. So fast forward 1 year into this whole venture, it was lockdown time.
Oof.
I was fine.
Oh,
I was actually making more money than I used to
okay.
during MCO, so I didn't say anything about it. I just shut up while I realized, oh my god, I lost my job, it's so hard. And I'm like, times are hard. Stay strong. You want ice cream? But yeah, it was actually okay. So I actually got more funds to buy more costumes and stuff, and now I have a shopping addiction.
Yeah, Angel has a massive Taobao account.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
It's-
She's the reason why China is like the economic powerhouse it is right now.
I'm sorry.
But okay, explain to me because I know of cosplayers in Malaysia, but I've never ever considered the fact that cosplaying could be a full-time thing in this country, especially because based on I don't know much about that scene, right? But based on the ones I've seen, it's like the major events like back then at Server DNA, Noizu, Comic Fiesta, AMG, and the few big ones. So I'd be like, how would a cosplayer make a living 12 months a year? Because it's just these few, right? And what else do you do? And everyone is just putting on these costumes and for these events, and what's outside of all that?
There's a lot more than that. Going to events and setting up a booth to sell merchandise is just one part of it all. And there's so many events like in KL right now that it's super saturated. You could get 3 events in the same weekend. They are not as big as Comic Fiesta or any of the events that you just named, but they do have like a decent following. So the community is there, even though it's saturated, but it is there. They still go to events every weekend, and that's how something is still happening there. And that's why I'm still going to set up booths like weekend after weekend after weekend. And it's not just setting up booths and selling merchandise. Sometimes I get invited as a guest and I get an appearance fee on top of merch sales. And there's also stage content. So if people were to perform on stage, they get compensated as well. They get paid. If they were judging the competition, you get money as for being a judge. And if you win competitions, you also get money from it as well. And probably a lot of vouchers. But that's just like the event aspect of it all. Personally, I do other stuff like organizing my own events, maid cafe events, photo shoot events, fan meet events. There's a lot of things you have to constantly just keep running. Like people do a lot of things on Discord. I do it offline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So my Discord is shit. I'm sorry.
Okay, but you did bring up something though, maid cafes. Like explain what a maid cafe is to people who...
Simple. I made a cafe.
That's it.
So
We're done,
I'm-
guys. We're done.
I'm gone.
Kidding.
I got vegetables to buy and like a cat to wash and a car to feed.
A car to feed.
I lost the track. I lost my train of thought. A maid cafe though. I didn't realize we had any here.
For a physical shop, we have one in Malaysia, but it's
Right.
in Miri.
Really?
Yeah.
So have you gone to the
No, it's not my cafe.
There's no your cafe.
And before COVID even, there was another one in E-Curve.
Oh right,
Yeah,
okay.
a very pinky, cutesy kind of place. But they got shut down for whatever reason. I was not part of it. I was still a kid. I was still illegal then.
Oh,
But so my maid cafe, it's event based. So think of it as me as an event organizer. So I just
Right.
collab with cafes or collab with events, and I bring my team in. So we supply cute girls and like hot guys to serve the customers, play games with the customers. It's
Right.
not just eye candy in there. And then if needed, I'll bring in my kitchen crew. I also have people that handle like registration and like front end, back end stuff and all that. So what I do is just bring my team in there and we do our shit. Can I say shit?
Yeah.
said
You've already
shit.
said it like 5 times.
Shit.
Yeah. Anyway, with the maid cafe, like, what's really going on? Is it like a it's not a hanky panky
No,
thing, right?
a lot
It's
of
not supposed to
people-
be, right?
A lot of people associate it with kink.
Yeah.
I blame porn categories. Fucking porn categories. Because there is the category there under maid. And when they think about it, it's like, oh, sexy. But it's really not. It's more like the Japanese definition of maids where girls are wearing like cute clothes. They're usually not so flashy.
Right.
Yeah, like we don't really like go out with skimpy outfits and all that. But the things that we do, the concept is that the customers are masters going home. So the maid cafe is the home. So when you go home, all your maids are there to serve you. So
I
you,
see.
it's that's the fantasy of it. It's not kinky at all. It's not supposed to be, okay? You don't go home and fuck your maid. Not that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
By right.
By right, yeah.
So the feeling that we work to give the customers is like we want them to feel respected. We want them to feel comfortable, to be able to have fun with the people around them, and we don't want them to feel lonely. So we do a lot of things to make sure that they don't feel insecure in the cafe.
Right.
That like the service, the way we talk to them, it has to be a certain kind of tone. It's like, because
Right.
you're the boss, you know, we're just
Yeah.
mates to serve you. So we want the customers to feel that. And then when we seat them, a lot of people actually come to make cafes alone, especially the first time. It's very overwhelming.
Oh,
So we
really?
usually put strangers together.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does that achieve when you put the strangers together?
Okay, for example, both of you guys have never been to a maid cafe. You guys sit together with someone who's been to it before. And then like we just like small talk when the maids are not around sometimes, or like look at our phones or whatever. But when the maids are here and like she's talking to you guys, and someone decides to order a game or a service, maybe for example spoon feeding, you get to watch that experience in real life. It hits you hard, and it tells you that it's actually okay for you to like order these services off of a menu, because the way we do it is very professional. It's not like shady business. It's not like, hey, calls a girl over. It's like, how much would you charge if I wanted you to blah blah blah. We don't do that.
Yeah, there's no
Right.
there's no
Yeah.
like family, quote unquote family massage kind of thing where it's like
Happy ending
yeah,
massage.
yeah, there's no dodgy stuff. Yeah.
I'm curious. Is it mostly your demographic, your clientele? Is it mostly men, or do you have women coming in as well?
We have girls as well. We have girls that like maids,
Right.
because the
okay.
maids are fun and entertaining.
I
It's
see, I
like
see.
a lot of big personalities as maids. I try to choose people who are not boring in the cafe.
Of course.
So, you know, it just brings up the whole energy. But yeah, most of them are guys.
I see. In what age group do you think?
From students to adults.
Really?
Yeah.
Quite a large
Quite
age
large.
range.
Yeah, but usually it's like young adults,
Right.
people in their 20s, where they have a little bit more money to spend and they have transport to go around.
Of course.
But we try to like organize at places that are more accessible to public transport.
I see.
Yeah, but
Try.
You try.
I mean the nature of the maid cafe. I mean the clientele. I mean for sure you get some creepy dudes, right?
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time, yeah.
All the time.
So how do you deal with those?
Laugh it off.
Oh.
Privately.
Yeah.
Because like in front of everyone, we're like, hi. Oh, thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Would you like to do blah, 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 blah. I recommend that so you can have most fun out of it. You know, but there's a certain
Of
kind
course.
of thing that we have to like portray.
But then what if like the
But-
clients like cross the line? Like are there like ground rules like like no touching
Yeah.
or no like catcalling whatever?
It's
stuff
fun.
like that?
It's funny because I always say this. It's like strip club rules. You can't touch them. They can't touch you.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
like if we're
That pause, that silence.
because like
No, my mind went blank for a second. Sorry.
it's like if I was feeding you and then like some
Yes.
food went all over your mouth, I
Yes.
would be able to get the tissue and wipe it off.
Of course,
you.
which is only polite.
Yeah. But if it was to be the other way around, then
Right.
it's not allowed in the cafe.
I see.
We are allowed to push you against the wall. You're not allowed to push us against the wall.
I mean, that's not difficult for me. You can,
No, I know, but now
Okay, the push against the wall thing.
that's the thing.
You're talking about something very specific here. Explain.
It's called a kabedon.
Kabedon, and
No.
it is not a rice dish or a noodle dish.
It does sound like a dish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
It sounds like chicken katsudon.
I just realized it.
It does sound like
Today.
something, that I would order in public. Right
Nabe
before
don
show.
is basically the beef one.
The beef with the, or a
Is
katsudon.
nabe don is just a bowl of
Nabe.
rice
Yes.
with an uncle on it saying nabe.
I often think about that too.
Yeah, Nabedon sounds like a half Japanese, half Italian mafioso boss. He's
I'm president. What have I done to make you treat you so disrespectfully? I have invited you over to eat chicken katsu
I'm
on
sorry.
the rice.
I'm sorry, Nabedon,
I'm sorry,
but I've been disrespected.
But anyway,
this is unacceptable. I
I'm gonna-
demand that you commit you commit Sudoku.
commit Sudoku.
Seppuku. Sudoku's the game.
I meant what I said.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. They're supposed to say that word, but they use Sudoku instead.
No, I just
It's
want
I
them
know you
to
know thing.
unalive
Oh my God.
themselves with math.
Just remember, you gotta. The censorship thing.
Yeah. No. Okay, but but back to the like
Okay,
what
so
is a
kabedon.
kabedon? Yeah.
Yes.
It comes from the word kabe, which means wall in Japanese, and don is the sound like don.
Oh.
So it's a wall.
Right. That sort of sensual pinning somebody against the wall in order to like make out with them or something.
It's kind of like a thing you watch in anime. It doesn't have to be making out,
Yeah.
but there's always like the guy that goes in, what's up, bitch? Without the bitch part.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then she's like, senpai, whatever. So yeah, that's like the thing,
right. These
basically.
all the so
But it got extreme though.
oh
We have the normal ones,
right.
the one I explained like in anime, and then we
Yes.
have the ones that are a bit more aggressive.
Yes.
The
More aggressive.
leg don.
Oh, I've seen those.
What the heck is the leg don?
It looks like a Street Fighter move. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, instead of using your hand, you use your leg.
But you can use two hands to do this, right? Like left hand, right hand,
Yeah,
corner to
you
wall.
can do that too.
With your leg, you can use both legs.
You gotta be really
How?
flexible.
You don't have to use both hands all the time.
Oh, so it's a single leg move.
Yeah. I have this trick that I do.
Okay.
I've never done it in a maid cafe.
Just to be
but
clear,
I
we're
can do
talking about a
this.
cafe here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, maid cafe. The main point of it is not as much about the food. It's more on the services, the
experience, yeah.
games, and the experience, and the interaction with the maids.
Okay.
Because if you just wanna like look at people in a maid costume, you can just get any freaking waiter to just stand there in a
Right.
maid outfit. But yeah, the whole maid cafe thing is really a lot on these kind of interactions.
Right. It's an extension of just the basic cosplaying thing where
Mm-hmm.
you dress up and you act a certain way. Now you're given an environment to experience this tiny world.
Yeah. A lot of times, like, even, like, at a normal cosplay event, you can't just go up to a person and ask them, hey, feed me, please. You know?
That's true.
It's
I mean,
weird.
I tried
You,
that.
you
It
would
doesn't
probably
work.
get cancelled on TikTok in this day and age in the cosplay community.
Yeah.
But in the cafe, it allows you to it allows you to do that
Right.
with like guidelines. The menu, we call it a service menu.
The service menu.
Yeah, I imagine. As a chunky boy, I just want to know, what does the food menu look like? What do you serve?
It depends. Every event is different, but usually we try to stick with a few set meals. The most basic one that we do is like 2 meals, and you get to choose one. Comes with a drink. There's store gifts. Like I said, it's not for the food, sir.
No, obviously not.
It's the
But
food
I-
for your soul.
But I was curious.
yeah.
But I was curious about what you would eat, because I imagine there are certain food items that facilitate in the experience. Like if the food is just a little bit messy, it gives the opportunity for the maid to like clean you up
Yeah.
or like brush stuff off your shoulder or stuff. Just little bits of physical interaction that help. You can't really do that with like crackers.
Crackers.
Oh, that kind. Okay.
Yeah.
No, we have different kinds of food, so it's like really up to the maid and how they play around with it.
Right. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. But the customers wouldn't know what to expect. They're just gonna think, it's just spoon feeding. But then when like those little things happen, they're like,
Well, because we're
but their faces remain like this.
no, we're just. I don't know what the maids are thinking, but as dudes, we get so little attention from day to day. I remember when I was a waiter in a restaurant, and a lady was taking my photograph for some odd reason. She was a tourist, and she said, you have such a lovely smile," and I remember that for years now.
And we're
Oh,
talking about it now.
I'm still talking about it because I just go when I'm just at my lowest ebb. I lay down in my bed and go, at least that New Yorker from 5 years ago said I had a nice smile. That's not so bad.
I've had an experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first maid cafe, I put on this thing where I was like the big sister persona, taking care of everyone, big sister vibes. And not mommy vibes, but big sister vibes. Because my little sister was working there, so it was like
Right.
really easy for me to do it. And there's this customer, I interacted with him, and I was being nice to everyone. I was really kiasu. Kiasu means scared of losing.
I'm aware,
And,
but how do you
okay,
be kiasu
so-
as a maid? I don't.
Yeah.
So they did this thing in the maid cafe. It's not my maid cafe lah. They had like a voting system. Every customer that comes in gets one vote to put anonymously into like the maid's pocket. So you get to choose who you want. I was out there for blood, man.
Okay.
I was doing everything I can.
Competitive maid cafe. Let's
I
go.
went to as many tables as I can, and then I talked to them as much as I can, to the point where I even talked to the people who are out queuing outside. Like it was Comic Fiesta. It's like a big ass event. It was the first maid cafe, so it was like booming. So
Right.
people were lining up for hours. So I took like the candy bowl from the counter. It's not even my candy bowl, but I took it. And I went outside. Oh, thank you so much for coming. So sorry you have to wait. Do you want a candy? We're gonna serve you very soon, okay? Thank you so much for coming. The attention, bro. Mind games, bitch. A lot of it is mind games.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was very competitive just to get the water bottle, just to get the top maid placement. So I did get it eventually, and I didn't think much of it until the next year. This little kid came over, and he came with his friend. So two guys sitting there at the table, and then one of my maids is like, "Oh, Angel, the tables are calling for you." So I was okay. So I go there, kneel down. We kneel when we serve normally.
Of course.
So we kneel down and hi, Goshujin sama, which means master. I heard that they call you. You guys called me over, and then the friend was like really chill. He's like, yeah. You call her, all right? You tell her what you want to say. And the other guy, I have something I want to tell you. I'm very nervous.
This is kind of.
I want to tell you this for a long time already. And that was me kneeling down with my hand on the table like,
Oh no.
Oh, the puppy
Yes.
dog eyes.
Yo,
Okay.
my, what looks like the best case scenario visually?
Yes.
yeah. And then it's like, oh, I don't know how to say. I'm like, it's okay, take your time. And then the friend there, faster lah, people very busy one lah. She need to go ah. And I'm like, no, it's fine, I can wait. Knees on fire, but I can wait. It's okay, it's fine. And then the other maid came over. Angel, the table wants a Polaroid with you. I'm like, okay. And I was like, go Shujin-sama, I go take my Polaroid. I'll come back to you soon, okay? And then I just went off. And then he was still like,
Oh my.
You know
so I came back.
Yeah.
It's not even the best part yet. So I came back
Oh.
after 3 rounds of like doing that, and then he's like, okay. And the friend's like, faster lah. And then, okay. I I have a confession to make. I like you. Since the last year when you spoon feed me, I spoon fed him.
Oh.
Since you spoon
I
feed
see.
me, I've been thinking about you. And I want to show you something today.
Oh.
Oh no.
And I was there, and I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
no.
I was like, oh, thank you so much for liking me. Thank you. And then he whips out
What does he whip out?
a deck of cards.
Oh.
Oh God! Thank goodness. it's-
Thank
oh,
God!
Thank God.
These were
I-
kids.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he's like,
His,
and then
his
he's like,
kids is just my most valuable possession.
no,
the
no,
Pokemon card.
not yet. Poker cards. And he's like, I want to show you a magic trick. I'm like, oh yeah,
Oh,
magic trick.
that's-
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Sweet? Question mark?
So
Oh my
he
God.
did the thing, shuffle the cards. Let me choose a card. Okay, shuffle, shuffle. And then he's like, is this your card? No.
Oh my God.
Do you want to try again? He's like, okay. Okay, I'll try again. Finally, round 2. Is this your card? No.
Oh my God.
I'm like, but it's okay. That was very nice of you. Thank you. Yay. Magic trick.
Oh my God.
And then the friend was there like,
Ah.
Well,
and I was like, so did you enjoy today? Did you like the food? And then small talk to get him out of the
Yeah.
awkwardness.
Yeah.
So that happened. And I was like, shit was wild, man.
Oh my God.
You know what's the saddest part?
what?
I don't ever remember serving him on the first year, man.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
I
yeah.
don't remember him at
Yeah.
all. And I never got his name in the end because that cafe that I worked at is strict AF. No name giving, no name
Of
asking.
course, of course.
But and it's also like it's not like Starbucks where you're doing it every day, like day in day out for a whole year, and you're able to see patterns. This is like pop up kind of thing. So for sure, you wouldn't remember.
And then the second year, that was the second year. The third year, another guy came.
Uh huh.
Another guy.
Oh.
I was just
okay.
walking around. I didn't even get to talk to him because that time I was busy. But then like I walked past him and he looked at me. He's like, I think I have a crush on you.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I'll come back to you later. Okay, I have to go serve the other table. The whole time he was in that cafe, I did not serve him at all because I was busy and he didn't really like particularly ask me for anything.
Oh. Well, that's a bit.
But
Mm.
1 week after, there was this like ACG community musicians gathering, all like the weebs there playing music and stuff. I went there and
Right.
he was coincidentally there. And then he asked for my phone number, but I didn't realize it was him. I thought it was this other guy that I was supposed to meet, talk about like some job stuff.
Right.
And then like I didn't realize it was the guy that had the crush on me from the Maid Cafe
Of
until we were texting a bit. And then he starts telling me that he has an event for his uni, and that seemed normal.
Okay.
And then he says like, really hope to see me there. I'm like, sure. And then after that, he starts sending me photos of him on vacation with his mom.
I mean,
And I'm like, something ain't
It's-
right here.
is it sweet? I don't know anymore. Everything feels very, very charged.
It's funny.
So Raqib, after hearing stories like that, like
Yes.
these,
There's more.
What?
This guy did not quit. Okay, he still had a crush on me.
Oh.
So fast forward 5 months since that event, I had a fan meet event, and it was like a fan club anniversary event. He came,
Right,
and
okay.
then I have my good friend Mock. He always fetches me around, and like he even assists me at booth and all that. Shout out to Mock. Hey, Hanyan. Okay, so he was there and helping me, and then like this guy, Mr. Crush, came over and asked Mock, "What's your relationship with her?" I love her. Something like that. And then they spent a long time talking while I was waiting in the car. I'm like, fuck is Mom? Pay parking already, need to go out.
Dude, you're just in the car as your friend, as
Because
this dude.
because we were on the way out and
Okay.
everything, so we moved some things in the car. And then Mark is like, okay, just stay here. I go pay for the parking. I'm like, me and my dead feet because heels over that day. I'm like, okay, sure.
but okay, this is kind of like a testament to how good you are at what you do.
It is funny,
Yeah, but it's
but it's changed in the course of the years.
yeah.
I went from like being like really being able to just be a maid to running the whole maid cafe.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
my energy is more on like managing the thing.
Right.
she became the mama son already.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah, I
like
went
the
from
mom.
Zeze to Mami. Already.
Yeah.
So many kids. So when I serve customers nowadays, it's just like my regulars that come in, and like I'm the one that brings the experience to them, not the experience of me, but the whole Maid Cafe experience in general. And by the time I get to serve them, I realize I've become a tsundere.
Which you kind of have to, honestly, just to keep people at bay, just to make sure people don't screw around you.
I think it's the age thing. I don't
But-
know.
but
I
where-
got the mean, man.
Okay, but speaking about the age thing, okay, number one, where did you learn about how to play a maid or run a maid cafe to begin with?
I don't know. Okay, so I've always been into a few things. I like dressing up. I'm a freaking girly girl. I like drawing. I like singing. I like performing. And back then I didn't even know how to dance yet, but I tried, man. And I like customer service and stuff. I used to work front desk at like a kids playland, and I always like greet like customers and all that, and just like be super professional about it. And then they're like nice people also, and then like so it's all in one combined into like a maid cafe. So I auditioned. Me and my sister, both of us auditioned to join the Comic Fiesta Maid Cafe. And we got in, and they gave us training. It was a lot of stuff to go through because it wasn't just maid training.
Yeah.
It was like everyone.
Bless you.
Yep.
I'm charging for that. That was a lot.
Well,
It was a lot of things to go through because we were helping to put the maid cafe together.
right.
Yeah, and it went from not just like the food choices, it also covered like logistics, and like we have to plan our photo shoots and how we're gonna do a lot of things. So it was like learned a lot from that. And that time I contributed whatever I could contribute. I even designed like the profiles for the maids. So the profile has things like date of birth, horoscope, things that I like, things that I don't like the quote, or like strengths and weakness, blah blah blah. Something cute, you
Yeah,
just
of
retrace
course.
like, oh okay, I kinda like this girl since she likes Pokemon, let's play with this maid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it kinda helps.
Yeah.
So I helped out with a lot of things to the point where most of the people in the maid cafe then thought I was a ass kisser. But I just enjoy doing this stuff. And the saddest part about this is that we were all volunteers, so we don't
Yeah.
get paid. So it
Oh.
seemed even more ass kissy. Okay, with the butt.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh, the-
Oh my gosh.
But I enjoy doing it.
Yeah. But okay, when it comes to the career lifespan of cosplayer, because I would imagine age is a major factor in this, right? So, maybe it doesn't apply to the athletes and some models and all this kind of stuff, but like with cosplayers, is there like a cutoff age for when your career, like you're too old to cosplay? Is there
I-
such a thing?
I am too young to say so, but I think there would be at one point. But like right now, I'm just like cruising through and just see where life brings me. I'm 27 this year, and you would think like, okay, maybe like most people would stop when they get married.
yeah.
Just like take it as a hobby and just go to events occasionally.
Sure.
But I feel like I've went too deep into this
Yeah.
to actually stop. But it's fine because even after I stop, I can still organize Make It Face. I can still recruit people.
Yeah.
I also like do like cosplay jobs, which is more on the commercial side for like people who hire cosplay appearances for the brands.
Right.
I can sub out those work to younger people. I can like train them. Who knows? Maybe by then, the community is big enough. They say community TT.
Well,
No.
The community
kinda-
community is big enough so that people actually see like a future as a cosplayer, as a career. So I could hopefully get a school. I've been
Oh.
thinking about that, like
A
training
cosplay
programs.
school?
Yeah, like not just talent agency, but like a legit school. Because there are so many young people into this right now, and they are so young, and so they could use some help sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's really interesting because what are the kind of things that you would need to teach a cosplayer in order to get into this business? What do you think are some of the essential skills that cosplayers actually need to know?
A lot of skills. It comes from the basic one is like the visual aspect. You gotta know how to look good. You gotta know how to style some wigs. You don't have to be like the best in the world, but you gotta know what works for you and like what are the things that you can like do to get by.
Right.
Like we started off cosplaying as like kids, like college students. We don't have a lot of money, so we had to get creative with it.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to look good, You gotta like really get really freaking creative with it and like just do whatever you can within your power to do that. It would help a lot if there were people to guide you through. So not everything you Google, really pops up. So I think
Right.
like a school would help out a lot with that. And like just like a lot of thing comes into like work ethics.
Right.
Not everyone has that
Yeah,
work
yeah.
ethics.
because everyone is
Yeah.
coming into it. Oh, this is my hobby, and I do it the way I want to because I love it and all that. But
Mm.
when you want to turn into a career, it's a different
Yeah.
animal altogether, man.
And they need like they do need support, like emotional support as well, because
Right.
if you go out there, there's a lot of cosplayers that always tell you that they hide the hobby from their parents.
Oh,
Why
well, actually, because we both grew up in the 90s where, otaku stuff was essentially like a secret shame, right?
That's true. Because like,
And also dressing up in general in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I walk out like this, it's like it's my casual, but to a lot of people it's like, oh, you got performance oh, you cosplaying. I'm like, no.
this is Angel on a regular
this
day.
is she got out of bed like this.
Yeah,
I did.
It's really interesting because I remember sort of these little points from like the movie Memoir from a Geisha.
I did not watch that, but
You
go
never
ahead.
because there's some really interesting points about being a geisha that remind me of being a professional cosplayer, where you're constantly like living as a work of art, and you kind of practice it every single day, even when you're going to the market. And because you are a living work of art, there's this saying that Michelle Yeoh says in the movie where she goes, "We are performers, right? So we make our money on our feet, not off of it." Which is we make our money standing up, not lying down,
Oh, yeah.
right? So it's like it's a weird sort of like modern version of what has existed for like hundreds of years, right down to, ironically, the thing that was really interesting to me about the Maid Cafe was how, and these are not questions, these are just observations, how the less interaction you have physically, the more money you're be paying. Because the truth of the matter is, sex work is fairly straightforward,
Yeah.
right? But trying to recreate a social situation where there is this experience within this enclosed world where you can experience this sequence of events that couldn't possibly happen in real life, that's very difficult to do,
Yeah, that's true.
to recreate. Right? And it can happen spontaneously in real life. But
Yeah, because it's not like a stage performance where you're the audience watching a stage or a performer do their thing.
Yeah.
it kind of
It's very
is, but
interesting.
it's when the fourth wall wraps around
Yeah,
you.
exactly. So you're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better than AR or VR. It's better than a metaverse. I said it.
It's
I
a
said it.
it's a made of it's a
Metaverse.
metaverse.
She said that.
Made over.
I said that.
Oh my gosh! But I like it comforts me to know that that you're going into this position of like of seeing you're having some plans for the future in terms of like sharing your experience and building like potentially like a school, a business, and all this kind of stuff. Because correct me if I'm wrong. I think a lot of people getting into cosplay and all that don't really have a long-term plan or a long-term goal.
I think it's just trying a few things out. It's like, oh well, I'm cosplaying now. I'm doing pretty good. I'm posting photos. People like it. People asking for my prints to sell, and they want to support. Just do it for fun. But they don't really see the long term of it, because stability is embedded in us. We were brought to Malaysia to have survival instincts. So
Right.
especially our parents, they want us to get a steady job.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
for
you mean as Chinese people? Or you mean as cosplayers?
Chinese people? As Chinese people.
It's cosplayers
Chinese
shipped
people.
into Malaysia.
So you would want something that is steady and also a backup plan, because when we are old and all that, what am I gonna fall back on? Oh, by the way, I also have another backup plan. If I'm not doing cosplay anymore, I'm just
Right.
gonna open a kindergarten.
Well, to be fair,
I have a
needed.
degree for that.
Really?
Wow.
I study for that shit, man.
Wow. That's
You're
kind of impressive.
just gonna see a corner lot house,
Yeah.
and then all the kids, right, no uniform, but they are dressed up to the T. Every day they're a different character.
It's always the dads that send them in.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, a maid kindergarten makes a lot of sense, lah. Honestly,
That's true.
Have you
because
seen the maids in the kindergarten? It's very different from mine.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
I
man.
mean-
Like initially, like if someone doesn't know the concept of like the maid cafe and you
Right.
just said the words maid cafe,
yeah,
they'll be like, the
Kaka.
idea of maid there is
It's
gonna
a
be very
maid
different.
vibe.
Maria,
Yeah,
this is your part time.
I didn't know they were gonna look like this. These are not the maids I usually see. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, no. When the wives find out, they'll be like, "I'm sending the kids forever from now on." And at the end of the day, you still win because now you don't have to do that chore anymore. It's like,
Boom.
boom.
Excellent business plan.
Yes, man, finally getting a break.
Cultivating young minds.
Go cosplay, go.
We are trash goblins.
Oh my gosh.
No, but the sort of like the artistic aspect to what you do, right? Would that factor it into if you ran a kindergarten? Would that still be there?
No.
No, would you not cosplay at the kindergarten you run?
By then, I expect myself to be a boss-ass bitch where I can hire someone to do that shit.
Okay, right. But I noticed that's happening already with the cosplaying that you do, where you sort of, at the amount of experience that you have, at the age that you are, after all of the skills that you've acquired, that you are now in a leadership position to do what you do.
I see why you hate this table now. It's,
Yeah.
not, it's
See?
not the top, it's the sides,
It's,
man.
yeah,
Yeah. It's
you're well off. Your belly doesn't chafe. You ever go back and you got this bruise on your stomach, and people are like, "What did you do at Steven's
I have
house?"
that.
Really?
Well, not in Steven's house, but
yeah.
it's from wearing costumes. I actually lose parts of my skin
Ew,
because of
what
how
the
tight the costume
Yeah,
is. I
dude.
think it's friction.
It's hardcore. Like the stuff they wear. I remember you showing me that tail, the LED
Nine
tail.
tails. Oh, you haven't seen the nine tails?
Oh yeah. Oh god, the nine tails. But like they wear like it's not even like a proper belt.
Right.
It's just like
A piece of
a
fabric
piece of fabric, and there's like a metal plate
at the back.
at the back or
Holding
plywood.
on to like 10 kgs of tail or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how heavy is it.
10 kg of tail sounds like
5 to 10? I never measured.
sounds like a
And
porn.
and all that as if
Like-
as if not bad enough. Like they have to be dressed up to the T and all that, and also like stay in character.
In makeup and heels.
Yeah, the heels, man, the heels. Like men can cosplay.
He's
but
felt
can
it.
men cosplay in heels?
No,
It's like,
no,
oh my god.
we
And those
tried.
heels hurt your back, bro. They hurt your lower back. I felt them.
The only
And not
like that.
yeah, I didn't wear them,
Like that.
but like, someone
Oh.
ascended upon me, and I felt the heel in the small of my back.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Oh my god, you just gave me an idea. I'm not gonna call it step on you. I'm just gonna call the service de-ascension. What's de-ascension? Get down.
Come to think of it, there are plenty of people who will go, you know what? I don't care who she is, what she does, what crime she's done, what age she is. She can step on me.
Yeah,
You could have that. It's not even that salacious. You could literally have be stepped on here, and people just line up. You're
Not anymore in this community. Everything gets called out too easily. So
really
yeah.
now okay. Let's
Okay,
Let's talk about that.
yeah.
What kind of like call outs or cancellations have happened within the community that you're now wary about and make you tiptoe around
Honestly,
what you do?
everything is really stupid. They would
Oh.
just like turn everything not just into a discussion but into an argument straight off.
Right.
So I myself, I don't post anything to do with all this. Like I always shit talk about stupid things.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
Hey guys, I impulsively bought a bathtub today. Ha ha. Jacuzzi streams, whatever, you know. That's the kind of stuff I post. I
right.
don't engage in all this because if it don't pay, why bother? But there was this one thing that happened earlier this year. Events happened, public spaces. Random strangers were just like wanting to take photos, but they were so rude and inconsiderate. So they just take photos. And even when you're eating, they just take, and it's like you can at least ask, you know.
Yeah.
And there were really nice people as well. They're like really excited to see the cosplayers. Whenever I post it, you know, like really like hyped up.
Right.
But like it was also very tiring because like end of the day, we could have taken like 500 photos in a day, but like maybe like 50 people would tag you. And
The others, you don't know what they are or
yeah,
where they are.
and most of the time we do this for free, which is quite tiring. Like I'm standing up, selling my stuff. I'm sitting down again, signing. I'm like freaking doing half squats on my chair all day in heels.
People might
And-
think like Angel is just a photo. Like how bad is it, right? But when you're doing it like few hundred times a day,
Yeah.
It's
and
a
you're-
lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Like it's tiring, but you know, it's something I enjoy. But then at the same time, I feel underappreciated because of all these. So I sit online like I'm gonna start charging for selfies at events because blah 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 blah. But of course, it's not just like everything charged lah. No way. Like if like I'm like, hey Rafiq, let's take a selfie, and then like I'm like $5. It don't go like that, man. It's only
Right.
and like if my cosplayer friends wants to take photos,
She just
with
comes
me,
up to you, Raqib, give me $5. Then just
there you go, man.
Okay, what are we doing?
Charity.
Where are you going? What are you doing? Where's my money?
What do you mean
happened?
your money?
Oh. I see how it is.
Oh.
This is okay. This is the most involved version of a mugging I've ever experienced.
and you get a selfie for it.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
get a photo of the person that mugged you, but you can't do anything. You can't even go to the police because the photos be like, come on, man, stop.
The cops are gonna be like, this is okay actually. What did she do? She dolled herself up, looked really pretty, and then took a picture with me and then took my money. Bro, we pay extra for that in our off time. You cannot complain. I'm like, but she took money without. Shut up, go away. You show
How much? How much she take?
what?
How much she take from you? 5 ringgit.
How much?
Yeah, it's like 5 ringgit.
$5.
Five ringgit.
Oh.
You go kill yourself. As a
Go Sudoku.
Go
You-
do Sudoku yourself now.
Go Sudoku yourself. Okay, but yeah, I made that post, and then like a
Right.
lot of people had like a lot of opinions on it. But the
Yes.
way I do it, I have like a certain way to do it. I don't just like take a selfie of you. I bring ring lights. I like set up the background, and like I take multiple shots until you're satisfied. I set timer. I teach you how to pose and all
Yeah.
that. And it's not just like this, you know. Like assuming this is your head. Like sometimes
Yeah.
like I would like hold your face and like
Yeah.
you know like
It's
really
not-
fucking cute shit that you don't get from other
Yeah,
people.
it's not the random like celebrity like like just boom and you know
No,
walk away kind of thing.
I've
Yeah, it's,
never-
it's
I take
well
the
done.
selfies
Yeah.
with your timer and stuff. Yeah.
I've only been to a cosplay event once
Mm.
because I went there and I felt very. Well, there was a couple of things. One, I felt very self-conscious because I wasn't in costume and everybody else was, right? And everybody was really attractive, and that just made me feel extra ugly. So I just didn't want to
no.
be there. And another thing was, at some point, I felt like reality was warping around me just a little bit because I saw somebody cosplaying as Bane the Joker and somebody else walking in a line
Yeah.
down the corridor. And for some odd reason, the reptilian part of my brain goes, oh, it's going down. This city gonna burn.
Dude, you don't have to go there.
I
close to
never
the
knew
mic.
people think about that. Okay.
But
Okay.
what I would have really liked to do is, because I don't. If you think you're in pain, I have no energy at all, obviously. So my preferred method of posing would just be to like sprawl myself face down on the ground as if I'm a corpse, and then have people just react to the fact that I'm there.
You could do that.
Except that with you, I imagine you just take a stick and poke me.
No, she would step on you.
Oh yeah, that would.
And
be
then
I would
take $5.
ascend.
Yeah.
I would ascend upon you.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, man, that's gonna charge more.
That's at least 15, right? 15.
You step on me while I'm holding up the money, just and a little sign that says thank you.
or you just flip over. It's like yes, mommy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yes. YASMAMI accent mark.
Mommy.
Mommy.
Okay, well speaking of mommy.
We were talking about something else, man. So yeah, the fucking 5 ringgit thing.
Yeah,
okay,
it's just like me telling people I'm gonna start charging. like I paid for a booth, man. I can
Right.
charge, right?
Yeah.
And then like everyone's like talking about it. There was some people like, oh, cosplay for fun. I just want to make people happy. I will never charge. Blah 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 blah. So like all these irrelevant things start sparking up
Yeah.
to a point where I have like cosplay friends that I don't really talk to. They start messaging me like, yo, it's going down.
Okay, but this is what I don't. This is what I don't understand.
Stupid.
This is what I don't understand. If you're cosplaying for fun and you don't want to charge, that's on you. That's your problem, right?
Right.
But you're making a career out of it, and it's not like you're bringing the market down.
No, I'm not.
You're not. You're literally opening up another potential income stream, because if it does well, they see it.
It did well.
They can copy it.
Yeah.
Right. They can copy it and makes a little bang for themselves as well. And so like, why even get upset at something like this? Like if it.
I know, right?
If you don't want to do it, just say, let Angel do, and then if it does well for her, we'll see whether I want to do or not.
There's more to
Yeah.
that. by the way.
Okay.
Really?
So they were upset because someone was charging,
Oh, okay.
and, like-
yes.
and then like I didn't bother. Still did my thing,
Okay.
and to make people really shut the fuck up
Right.
and shove their heads back into their asses.
This is very you. I'm beginning to get an appreciation of the kind of like eternal tsundere person you are right now.
Oh no, it's happening, guys.
It's,
She's gone.
it's going down.
Me 5 years ago gone. Okay, so because the whole thing, I would just want people to appreciate it. Okay, even if you don't appreciate me charging you, appreciate those who are doing it for free, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I also really want to just make everyone shut up online at that point. The next
Right.
post I posted was all the money, all 5 ringgit, whatever I take from people, all the proceeds go to charity. Full revenue goes to charity
For
Good
that
on
one
you.
first particular time, or like
every fucking time.
every fucking time, all right?
So now,
So everyone shut the fuck up lah. And then my mom was like, yes!
Okay,
that's where she gets it from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of all
You have
this
no
though,
idea.
how did your parents feel about you getting into this?
It was a long ride because I even from like years ago I would like post saucy photos
Yeah.
online.
Because if I have two daughters,
Right.
and I'm like, I want them to be whatever they want to be when they grow
Right.
up, you know. But like legit, there are a few careers where I look at, I'm like, man, this is, as a father, this would be like so scary, you know.
Yeah.
If my kids ventured into this, because like we know how men are,
Right.
We
Yeah.
know how society is, and we're like, oh my god, you know?
On my way here when I was driving, I was listening to a podcast called My Favorite Murder, and it's run by a couple of these whatchamacallit, female comedians, right? And it's a true crime podcast, right? But they're both comedians, so they talk about it in a very funny way. And it's very apparent to me at this point that a lot of women are concerned for their safety, which is why they keep listening to true crime.
Oh, psychologically, that's why.
Yeah, they're
okay.
like mentally preparing for, stepping out into I don't know if you've ever experienced the world. The world is very dangerous. We were just talking about how I got knifed when I was very
You got
very-
stabbed in the pits.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why the pits. It's very strange. Stinky knife, weird.
I usually stab people in the pits with a balloon knife.
Really? That's a thing? Oh, that. Okay. No. I
Wait, is
thought it
a
was
balloon knife a knife made to pop balloons, or is a balloon knife a knife made out of a balloon?
It's a knife made out of balloons, Steve.
okay.
Balloon knife.
Keep up.
Look, a butter knife is a knife.
Made out of butter.
Made it-
Yeah.
Okay,
Just saying.
They don't call it knife butter.
Yeah.
That would be the butter they come from.
Okay,
the
but
other
why
butter
would
knife.
you need a knife just to pop? You know what? We're getting off a tangent
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
So I get the concern, because when you talk about fans and how they can get really obsessive even over 6 months, and you talk about going into a profession like Angel here does,
It was
where
more
you're
than a
putting
year.
yourself out there.
It happened for more than a year. The guy.
Oh,
He was
jeez.
persistent.
See, because when you told me that story, I started getting very concerned, because apart from the money thing, which can be a bit of a hustle, a bit of a struggle, there is the safety aspect, which
Yeah.
concerns me just a little bit. Because there have been times where I, as a dude, have tried to like build up the courage to tell somebody I like them, but I end up like hiding behind a pillar, waiting for them to pass by. And then in retrospect, all of these things I tried to do to build up the confidence to tell somebody, I realized, oh, I don't realize I'm being a creep.
Yeah, that's how your cats feel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how your cats feel about you.
yeah. And no, hang on. I got two cats. One clearly thinks that. One can't be asked to lie on me whatsoever. The other one is the stalker. The other one will mid crap on the bathroom, go through the bathroom window above my head to yell at me. That non-stop. Right? So now I'm the victim, but the cat is the perpetrator. But getting back to the issue, how do you deal with like these precarious situations where the relationship with the fan has suddenly gone a bit too intense?
You can never control the people that you meet in life, but you
Right.
can prepare our kids. We can prepare our kids for what's happening ahead. A lot of these things would not go south if they are confident in themselves, if they know their own value. Like for example, like social media, the early days and all that, everyone's seeking for validation, period. Right now, it still is, but it's more businessy than back then, so it's not so hurtful that you don't get likes on or whatever.
Yeah.
But so you just gotta like really like teach them how to value themselves, not bring them down, and teach them good manners, ethics, be disciplined from a young age, and know what so they know how to
Yeah,
deal with
but-
things professionally. So they always have a mindset, whatever they do, this is work, even if it's fun, it is work. So there are things. This is my customer. I am selling photos. I might be even selling exclusive content, but I am not selling myself. Like, I'm not selling my time. I'm not giving you my personal affection or whatnot. I would be nice to you because that's my job and I can do it damn well. But whether you take it the wrong way or whatever, it's your problem, because I'm like full on manners here in our conversation, but then the
Yeah.
guy might like be delusional in some point and like think that, oh, she likes me because she's talking back to me. Is it her fault? I don't think so. She's
don't
doing
think
her
so,
job.
yeah.
She's
Right.
doing a
Yeah.
damn good job because she can handle all this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So I will, whatever the profession is, like that's just how we have to take care of it. And of course, like we cannot control what other people do. So the only thing we can do is have people around us that can look out for us. Like when I go to a photo shoot, I'll make sure I get at least one guy friend with me. If I'm going to events, I don't go alone. If I'm going even to the toilet, I'll tell someone about it. I'm not too scared about it because I look intimidating. People are scared of my face.
You do look like
You look like you can handle yourself.
you stomp on people for money,
She does.
I do.
which, to be fair, yeah.
But again, how did you explain
Did they
this to
eventually
your
just
parents?
lose? Oh, yeah.
Your parents.
Oh yeah, my parents.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were like they've always let me and my siblings do whatever we want and all that. Not like they abandoned us or whatever, but
Follow your dreams. Leave me alone.
not like that either.
Yeah. Okay.
But growing up, I was like quite scared of my parents and all that, and like I'm the kind that will never talk back. So whatever they say, I just have this stupid face.
Just
They could be nagging me for 3 hours.
2 dots, 1 line for a mouth. Just
That's the one. That's the
Yeah.
one. And then like my mom would at points, do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, so it makes her really worried. But like outside of the house, I can take care of myself really well, and all my friends look up to me because I get my shit done right.
Yeah.
And then they're like, your mom doesn't see that? I'm like, well, I'm very different at home. You have no idea. But over time, right, I think like everything got better for them to accept this when I moved out of the house.
right.
I had to move out of the house. I
You
have too
see-
much stuff. It's the shopping addiction, man.
I told you, man. Follow your dreams. Leave me alone.
We need the wardrobe space.
My mom kicked me out.
Oh.
In a way, I was staying with my boyfriend for a bit during COVID, so
Yeah.
like during the lockdown, I was streaming and all that. And then when I
Right.
moved out, like I just ran away from him. I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm done. So I brought everything back home, and then my mom was helping me move things out from the car.
Right.
It's just me and my friend's car. She was done, man. She sat down, go to Muda.my and found me a place and tried to find me a place. And my
Oh,
aunt's a
wow.
property agent, so we got everything settled in like a week, and I got a new place and all that.
Nice.
So In my time living outside, I've never asked her for money. I've been
Right.
giving her money. I've always paid my bills.
Right.
No complaints. I'm also like very active on social media, so they can see me whenever they want to, like know what's happening to me and all that. So they know I'm doing okay. There's no drama going on. I'm not starting shit online.
Are they worried about the safety aspect though?
No.
Like with creepy people and all that, no?
No. No. From a very young age, when I did part-time job, it was like at my mom's working place also. So she kind of knows how I work in a bit. But yeah, as time grows, everything grows, and then like she got okay with it lah. Nowadays, that even if I put my butt pics on Instagram, she's still like, eh. But I gave her some money, so she's like, "Wey."
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for parents. Like,
But
it's
some
one
parents
thing
can't
to
let go.
post like sexy pictures. It's another thing where like you post sexy pictures and you're making a good living.
And like I'm telling her like, okay, so mom, there's this algorithm and things you have to do, okay? So sexy photos, more likes, more followers, more
Yeah.
followers, bigger paychecks when I get deals to get postings. Cause like I do get postings for stuff like even McDonald's, like, hi, we need like 500 cosplayers, not that much lah, but hi, we need cosplayers to get on this new promo. And then like people will ask me if I want to take the job and blah 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 blah. So like the numbers help.
Sorry, I'm just
So she's like-
imagining you in a Ronald McDonald outfit. And
I
it's
have
hilarious.
one.
Oh my god!
It's a maid Ronald McDonald outfit. I shit
sorry?
you not.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald made Donald,
Yes.
motherfuckers.
Oh god, I need to see this.
I have photos.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, please continue talking. This is a podcast after all, but
Yeah.
I do need to.
I'll try and find the photos, but it's in my old phone.
It's your own phone. It's alright.
Okay, no, I'm just there, just my brain trying to piece together
It happened.
this fractured reality you've just told me.
It was really cute.
Okay.
I mean, I
I've
don't
got-
doubt it.
Was the hair red?
The right shade of red, man.
The
Jesus
right
Christ.
shade
God
It
damn.
was the kindergarten. It's the cuties wall red, you know.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Brighter than that thing.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Just fire truck on fire. right?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my gosh.
That is weirdly impressive and a little terrifying. I don't know why.
The
I feel very disturbed.
The one thing missing was that it was like an afro bit. If I had an afro, like a really cute red afro,
like a
whoa,
Afro
like Annie, orphan Annie sort of thing.
poof
Yeah.
poof, motherfucker.
Wow.
I
Wow.
insert classy burger joke here.
Nice buns.
Nice
Nice
bun.
buns.
Oh my gosh.
Looks
So-
like on that straw.
So when did your how did your cosplay thing go from like a hobby to a career? Like where was the tipping point where you went like, oh yeah, can I actually?
It's been a while. So I've been before all this, before COVID, I was teaching for like 10 years in the kindergarten. My mom's kindergarten. She wouldn't let me go, even though I wanted to. Cause like for I work on like a really low pay. I'm not complaining because I stay with my mom and all that. And like what I don't earn, what
It's
I
called
don't
subsidized
take,
housing.
what I don't take, my family gets.
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course.
because my mom pays me. So like I would like to think I think of it as a way that with me working with my mom and all that, that means like I'm helping like with bills, I'm helping to put my sisters through education and all that
Yes.
kind of stuff. But on weekends I do my thing, like events and all that. Even on weekdays when I'm not studying, I go for photo shoots and all that. So it's like time management and shit.
Sure.
There's a lot of time management, man.
Yeah.
So I could just easily make what I make on a weekend the whole time I work in the kindergarten for a month. So I've been wanting to stop, but I can't because I have a fucking degree. You know how
That's the
good
thing.
that shit is?
The thing that was stopping me was education.
Yeah.
That's
My
what I hear.
education wouldn't let go of me, man.
I mean, no, I relate to this because I have a degree in English literature, right? And
Nice.
yeah, oh, thank you. But all of the Shakespeare I've memorized doesn't matter because now I spend my days telling dick jokes on a stage, right?
That's why you should have been reading Makilau.
Your what? That's what you call it? Your kila?
That's not a.
How many kilos is that?
Makilaus.
When you pull it out, is it wavy? I just need to
I
ask.
know that weight, but
Oh my gosh.
No, but I understand because my parents are also, we're from a relatively well-off family, so there was this pressure to like do something important with your life, right? To the point where I was sort of like told to do a master's degree and it didn't pan out because my supervisor and I didn't get along. Would have been really cool too. It would have been a thesis about cyberpunk literature, which now is very relevant because I don't know if you've noticed, we live in it now.
there's an anime for cyberpunk right now. It's blowing up.
What? Edge Runners.
No, the anime is called Cyberpunk, I
Yeah.
think.
And
Yeah.
apparently the
Cyberpunk-
game has less bugs as well now.
Yeah, no, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I watched it. Why did you bring it up? I'm still crying about it.
It's
It's what
not,
she
but
does. If you go back and check your bank account, you just lost 10 ringgit.
Oh,
when I said I charged for my birth, I meant that, sir.
She's good at what she does, bro.
I know.
no,
It's too emotional and stuff.
just take my. Where's my wallet? Actually,
Yeah,
you took it
this
already.
long-
Buried under that big old belly.
Yeah, no, but you can rub it for luck. It's fine. But yeah, I'm
Oh,
okay. Okay, now you.
Yeah.
I feel it. My bank account glowing. Woo! That's the good stuff.
Now I feel just slightly violated because the rub was very aggressive.
I gave you
I
some.
lost hairs. It's you didn't have to polish it. That is very okay.
Below.
Okay, that
We gotta
is.
return.
My eyes are up here. No.
This is all going on to the internet, by the way.
Hi.
Hi,
My
guys.
mom watches
Hi,
my
mom.
Angel, stop rubbing, man.
Are you getting a rub down from an anime girl? It's not what you think. I was accosted and money was lost.
He was sandwiched between
I mean, no, that was a
two
lot.
big black rods.
Oh shit, you are not
Oh,
wrong.
wow.
Suddenly BBC isn't just a network.
We were talking about something really
Yeah,
different.
what
Then we
the
went
hell?
to English.
This is the problem with me and Steven
Yeah.
in the same room. We start up with a topic and then ADHD just takes the course. Yeah, because I can understand, having all of this experience and money put into a degree and really wanted to make something out of it. But at the end of the day, it's like, nah, the world doesn't give a damn about
No.
how smart you think you are. Your assets
No.
and your skills lay
No.
somewhere else.
Nope,
Yes,
it's not.
you dress up as a isekai tsundere and I tell dick jokes for not even a living lah. Honestly, we
Yeah.
don't get paid
Yeah.
because this is the thing.
That's why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, no. This is why.
Get the money.
This is why as comedians, Stephen and I look at you and be like, but how though? Because what we do has this very long established, a tradition of being like an art form.
There's a way to do it. There's
Right.
a path to
There's-
success. There's, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know any full-time cosplayers in Malaysia outside of you.
God.
Are there-
Yingzi, Josette. But they're more like on streaming now. Okay,
Yeah.
Josette is more of a streamer lah. But like,
I see.
basically, it's like, even if you're a cosplayer that does cosplay for full time, it's not just one aspect.
But how many are there in the country that you can think of?
Sir, I can't count. I have to sacrifice certain things to be here.
See, that's the thing that we missed, sacrificing certain
No, but
things.
is it a big number? I would imagine it's not, right? Like 10? Are there more
I
than
would
10?
think there would be more than that.
Less
It's
than
just
50,
that
right, though?
Not in our circle, but I
Yeah.
think there could be.
Like full-time. Like means no, they're not running another company as a CEO or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Because even in
God,
my
actually
industry,
God.
voiceovers alone, like the real full-time guys, there's not that many of us.
God. The thing is, I wouldn't know everyone because
Yeah.
like I keep things strictly really professional. Even with other cosplayers, I don't like ask them, "Hey, how old are you? What you do for full time?" Blah 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 blah. So I wouldn't really know
Okay.
personally.
Mm.
Yeah, but I do have a few friends that just does this now. Oh yeah, we were saying how did I get from this to full
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
Okay.
What was the tipping point?
Okay. So I always like made more money from my part time than my full time. So I was like ready to let go. And then during COVID, at some point my mom's kindergarten got shut down. It was closed permanently.
Right.
I was like, yes. Wow. She has other jobs. She has other stuff going on.
Sure.
But I was finally out of it, man.
Oh.
I stopped. I don't have to teach anymore. She wouldn't
You're
let go.
free.
Remember?
You're
Oh,
free.
yeah.
I was free.
Lord Almighty, I have been liberated. But
But 10 times more.
But that 10 times more. Just
And
firecrackers going off.
Yeah.
Somersaulting down the road.
so back then it was all freelancing and I wasn't making that much. But during MCO, I joined Bigo as a streamer.
Oh, okay.
I was making 5 figures every month
Oh wow.
just from streaming alone.
Including the decimal points or excluding?
So my hand is reaching out now. For those of you just
With
listening.
the decimal, it's 7.
Okay.
And now I am slapping Steven for being an idiot. Which I understand is kind of our job to be idiots.
She said she was bad at math, not me. I just want to check.
Yeah.
She's the one who's paying her mother's bills. I'm pretty sure her math is just fine.
No, my mom works also lah, but I helped a bit.
It's fine. It's more than I can do. My mom is be like, at least he's not dead lah. You know, it's standard nice and low. You know.
It's not even. Oh, at least he's not doing drugs. It's he's alive. What did he do?
He exists.
My mom is like, he's not cool enough for drugs. We know. My mom was a child of the 70s, okay? If anybody should know drugs. She went to...
Well, he took the hip and hippie.
Hippie.
That's our friend, Andre de Cruz. If anybody's...
Yeah.
He had a
Oh
hip
my God.
replacement. He's...
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
bless his soul.
You know, he's his best friend built the pyramids. He's so old. Are you buffering what's going on? Yeah.
I'm charging for that too.
Okay.
But okay.
This is gonna cost you a fortune. This podcast,
Yeah.
the stuff you're gonna have to charge.
I already blew it all on equipment, dude. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So did she, in a way.
so now you know why I called you, Raqib.
Oh god damn. It's because I work for free, isn't it?
Okay, but like legit though. So kindergarten got shut down. So now you're free to go into cosplay and turn it into a full-on career. Mm-hmm. Were there any shifts that you had to make to
Nope.
yourself?
I just have to move house and that was fine.
I didn't mean shift as in like shift house, but I mean shift as in like turning something that, you know, a money generating hobby into something that, okay, this is a career now. I gotta start hustling and what am I gonna do kind of thing.
Nah, that didn't happen for me because like even back then when I was like working on like whatever freelance stuff I have, I always like do my best. I used to live by the quote, go big or go home. So everything I do my best. Like if I have something at 9, I'll be there at 8:30. Kiasu, you know.
Right.
I'm gonna
Even
be
for this
better than
podcast, dude.
you.
Like she knew it was at 1. Then
Right.
like 11 something, I got a message like I'm in the Grab right now. I was like, it's early.
I tried.
I forgot to eat today, okay? I'm not gonna take credit for that. I forgot to eat.
I go big or go home also, but for completely different reasons.
You went go big and go home.
Yeah, that's no,
That's no
correct.
choice.
That is it's not a choice. It's just reality at this point. But you did mention you being signed on, I guess, by what is Bigo?
Bigo is a streaming app.
Right.
Yeah, I was signed to an agency, but then it's just for the app itself.
Right.
Yeah. You earn more money if you're signed to an agency, so let's go.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, and her streams, like, you would think in a lockdown situation that all cosplayers would just like shove their makeup kits aside and hide their costumes and put everything in storage, right? No, this girl was live every single freaking day, sometimes multiple times a day.
And different
Full
costumes
on,
every
yeah,
time. I go
every
stream.
time.
There were times where I did like 3 costume changes a day during
Yeah.
MCO at home or whatever.
oh wow, just the full sort of like
Yeah.
Hollywood Broadway
All in.
Everything.
And I swear to God, sometimes even the backdrops were different.
Yeah, I had this RGB room. I did my own RGB. I'm so fucking proud. And I took it down and don't know how to do it again. Help. It's not funny. Okay, but other than just Bigo, I
Right.
also managed to save enough money to buy a PC because everyone's like, oh my god, Angel, stream on Facebook, and all my friends are on Facebook, so I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So I bought a
Facebook.
You need the friends
cosplay circles there.
the friends who told you to stream on Facebook. Don't need them as friends anymore.
No. I streamed on Facebook, but I got my stars started and all that.
Right.
And then I actually met someone that works in Facebook who actually helped me get my account back when my Instagram was hacked beyond saving.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
And then other than that, I didn't go onto Facebook just to get stars, but I went in at a good time because they were doing a lot of like promos and stuff. If you get to
Right.
this target, you get double and whatever. And I was like, yeah, bank. And I managed to pay off my PC from Facebook funds
Oh, nice.
like a few months. And then right now I'm still on Facebook, but what I do there is I sell Polaroids. Since I dress up every day,
right.
you can buy a Polaroid picture for $30.
Mm.
So let's say I get 10 orders every time I go live. That's 300 in the bank.
That's very impressive.
And sometimes if you get like brand deals coming in, I used to work with Razor Gold. They would pay like let's say 300 per stream. So it's like 300 on top of the 300 from the sales there. 600
Right.
for one stream.
I just remember the heyday of Facebook Live where people were selling fish and glasses
still
and
do that.
watches. Yeah, they still do that. You know, if I was
They're very entertaining. I don't know what the.
Yeah,
I
right,
don't-
yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just people yelling at your face about fish. It's just.
yeah. But when she came out the Polaroid thing, I was like,
Wait until they start slapping you with that fish.
Then I have to pay them for other things, lah. You know. Yeah. No.
it's like how much
The raw experience.
how much is this
Fish mate.
How much is this bawal, this pomfret for like 1 kilo? 50 ringgit, sir. How much have you slapped me with?
200.
200 excluding the fish. So it's
Excluding-
250 total with service charge.
And they would just check the gills first, check the eyes, make sure that's the body a bit. Okay, fresh. Okay,
Fresh,
let's go.
Slap it.
Moisturizes your face a little bit, you
yeah.
know.
Well, there's a whole surface package. That's very nice. And then he
That's
slaps
nice.
you across the face with his spit.
And then do you want it gutted?
Okay, you seem like a nice boy. I give you 2 free streams.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My curry will be so salty today.
Yes, sir. Make the mama proud, huh?
There you go.
Wow.
What were we talking about?
I
oh yeah,
don't
streaming
know.
and selling stuff.
Yeah, streaming is all stuff.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
still
yeah.
do that now. But there's also like downsides. There are people that don't pay or like
Oh,
hold
wow.
payment for a while, and then
Yeah.
like some issues happens. Like, oh, I lost my job. Can wait for a while. And I'm like, okay, sure. I waited for like over a year. No response. No, nothing. But I can always just strip their name off and sell the Polaroid again.
Sure,
That's
sure,
true.
sure.
But it is the headache, and it does bring me down occasionally,
How often does that happen though?
more than you would think. Accumulatively, people that owe me money also 5 figures.
Whoa.
But like I was not in a rush for money, and I'm doing okay even without it.
Yeah.
But like to see the morals of some people going like, it's like sad to see.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of a 2-step forward, 1-step back situation, monetizing your presence, your your image, your brand.
But the worst part about this is actually like these people used to be like loyal supporters and all that.
Right.
They used to watch the streams, but now they owe me so much money they're scared to see me.
It makes sense. Yeah.
But there are new supporters still.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's just sad to know that, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is.
I mean,
a bit
it's.
weird.
I think if you want to support and if you don't have the money, then you just watch and you don't try to initiate
Yeah.
a
No,
transaction.
they do. They
Yeah,
do. They,
they
did
do,
pay
that's
in the
thing.
beginning and all that,
Oh.
but then it just went downhill. And I was like, it's okay, you know, I understand people go through things in life, but
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah, I'm generally of the opinion that once you commit to a purchase, you buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because you owe this to the person that you are buying it from. You've made the promise. Keep your promise.
I was actually starting it off as a favor. It's like, okay, guys, I'm gonna cosplay this today, and after this, I keep burping. And then after
Are
this,
you okay? How are you
I-
burping without any breakfast? How?
it's the air that goes in.
Oh, from all this.
Masuk anginnya.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not gonna be good later. But yeah, it's like, okay, I'm gonna only cosplay this today. If you want it, you can get it today. Because after this, you're not gonna get any more. Then
Right.
okay, sure. And then they just add on a few more orders, and then after that, it gets worse.
Also, they stack instead of
It's
like
stacked.
buying one and sending it out.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let
Because
me
I ship out like
add on.
one shot, like a few, like a batch. Do
Right,
it
of
batch by
course.
batch, not daily.
I
Yeah.
see. I see.
And the one thing that sells because of this was that if you guys want to support me, instead of sending stars, bank into me.
Yeah.
Instead of just watching me stream, you get a souvenir for supporting me on this stream as well.
Talking about spilling tea, Jesus.
So that way, like people are more like, oh, okay, I want to support anyway. So slowly it became a habit, and then it became a culture.
Yeah.
Right.
And from just selling a Polaroid, we got options now.
Mm.
It's gone so bad.
Oh wow.
Okay, so we have a classy option and a nasty option.
Please
There's
go
more.
on.
Okay. So the classy option would be just like, like a pretty photo, like looking like nice or looking cute or looking pretty, elegant, whatever.
Yeah.
But the nasty one is an I hate gal Polaroid.
Oh no. Do you know what I got?
I gotta go. I know what they are.
And
I gotta.
guys, if you're watching this, like, an ahegao is not a dim sum.
No.
Okay.
I just did
Yeah.
See, I know you as a fairly good acquaintance now. I respect you as a human being.
There's more. After I hate gals, there's more.
Okay.
Oh no.
Please go on.
Let's assume my.
So one fine day, my titties were looking great.
Yep. No, just continue.
So we sold Polaroids of just titties. Just
Like
Boom.
cleavage.
yes.
because the boobies were in season. And
Yeah.
You decided.
Some
okay,
cosplays look really nice with the boobies. Okay.
That is true though. Some flatter more than others. I
I
guess. don't.
I'm just thinking, like, if I'm one of those guys,
Yeah.
if I was single and I bought all these stuff, and then one day, like, I get like a serious girlfriend, or I get married,
That's why you have guy friends that help you watch over these things.
yeah, and I'm like, it's I think this would be worse than like having my wife or my girlfriend find like dirty magazines in my
Porn
house,
stash.
because at least like the porn stash, at least those are like,
Yes.
they're far removed.
It's impersonal.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
distant.
I'm selling physical NFTs when you think about it.
That's
That's
true.
true.
And okay,
Yeah,
the best part
guys,
is
next time when you get caught, just say, look at my NFT collection.
These are limited editions. They got autographs in the back. These could go for a lot of money.
before we get into NFTs, speaking of the back, I also sell Polaroids of my butt.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you got it, flaunt it is how the song and the producers go.
Okay.
And if you're good at something, then do it for free.
Yeah.
That is true.
Okay, and we're getting into a zone where, like, I don't know any of these people directly, but I have heard of cosplayers who get into like explicit content. And understandably there is a market for that.
Yep.
So has that been something that ever like crossed your mind, or is there a
Nope.
reason why you don't want to get into it, or like
Yep.
yeah. Why?
Okay, so like I said, I used to take a lot of sexy photos, but I don't do nude stuff. I don't do porn and all that kind of stuff. Like, you won't even see me being topless in like my photo shoots and whatever. I did OnlyFans for a bit, but that one is like guaranteed content that you get. It's like I have a lot of content. I just don't post it out for free
Yeah.
because it's really tiring to post things.
And
out.
again,
Right.
it's not nudes.
It's not.
yeah.
Like what you see on like my Facebook streams or my Bigo streams or even now TikTok streams, right? It's
Right.
like this cosplay. Okay, so you get to see and interact me online. You might be
Yeah.
able to buy a Polaroid, but if you want like the full selfie sets,
Yeah.
subscribe lah.
That's fair.
Right.
That's a
okay.
lot of photos, and taking into account like back then when I was like cosplaying every freaking day,
Right.
that's a lot of fucking content, man.
Yeah.
Like new cosplays every day. I don't think you can see someone do that. But I did stop because I started getting like eye problems and like my skin is like sensitive towards certain things. So I stopped doing makeup every day. But when I do it lah.
Of course.
Yeah. And it's like still more than most of the cosplayers nowadays.
Yes.
I may not be the most famous one, but I'm pretty damn sure I'm fucking the most hardworking one.
Yeah, definitely. Like, not even just cosplay. You are legit one of the most hardworking people I know, and
I got a job
Yeah.
after this.
Really?
Yeah. That's why we're doing it this hour. So I didn't tell you what I was gonna cosplay as later.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna cosplay as later?
Pennywise.
What, like a
The clown.
At a kindergarten?
No. Yes, but no. Okay, so
Yes, but no. I'm scared now.
some people out there
Yeah.
are hiring cosplayers, scary cosplayers,
Right.
for a kids event.
wait?
And then
Pennywise?
we asked them like, "Are you sure?" And then they're like, yeah, they want it to be scary. I'm like, okay, and you want me to play games with the kids? We're gonna play red light, green light, and shit. And I'm like,
How old are the kids?
I don't know, but I scare adults. I've scared adults before. It's fucking fun.
Okay,
You
yeah,
just
no.
stand there, and I do this, and then I run after their asses
Of course. No.
Okay,
Great way
in
to say,
heels. So there's no brakes on that.
But I've had like a similar experience, right?
great way to say hello.
Back then, I was in a band and we got hired for.
You're in the band.
Yeah, we got hired for an event.
Oh.
He doesn't look like he would be in a band, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
He looks like the guy carrying the band equipment also.
I mean, I was, but
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, basically, we got hired to play for an event that they wouldn't tell us what it was, but they said we want rock versions of kids' songs, like nursery rhymes. Kid rock versions of nursery rhymes. And this is a full-on band with like drummer, guitarist, bass player, keyboardist, and singer.
Cool.
I can get behind that. Yeah.
They paid well, and the event they said was going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah, okay, I
during
can
the day.
see that as a kind of like fun gag.
Yeah.
It's a rich kid's
So-
birthday. Ain't
So
it?
we got there thinking like, okay, maybe it's some kind of theme party or some
Yeah.
kind of like kids party. Dude, it was a birthday party for a 1-year-old. For a 1-year-old.
Uh-huh.
All right. We set up everything and like we thought the parents were going to be the audience, but
Yeah.
no, they planted all their kids there in front of the stage
With loud ass music.
with loud ass music.
Yeah.
And after like the first 3 songs, they called us off and it's like, it's okay lah. We will still pay you in full, but you don't need to do your next set.
I
Bit too loud for the kids.
That is-
It's actually not great for kids.
Yeah, it's not
No,
good for kids.
no.
Because it's too loud.
It
Yeah,
is
it's
too
way too
loud.
loud.
Their poor little ears.
Their eardrums have not been worn down by life.
Have you
know?
heard from them ever since? They might not ever hear from you.
They-
also.
yeah, I don't think the
they
children.
might not ever hear.
Yeah, the kids won't hear a thing.
Yeah, no.
You'll
won't hear
bomb
from
their
them.
ears.
You won't hear from the world.
No, and,
Nothing.
and for the band, we were disappointed because we worked really hard on the songs
Yeah,
and
I
like we made it
imagine.
really good,
Yeah.
but we never got to perform it. But you know, it is what it is.
I can see why somebody might think this was a cool idea.
Yeah.
Because I have a friend, former coworker, very, very nice young woman, right? Tudong, everything, right? Her favorite band is Ghost,
Mm-hmm.
which is like a satanic rock band.
Oh God. Okay.
I
you know.
love it.
Her favorite band.
I love her.
And I thought, because she's like very, very cheerful and sweet, and like, oh, I read the newest Neil Gaiman novel. It's really nice. Oh, okay. What are you listening to? Ghost, the Satanic Band? Yeah, no, they're really catchy. I'm like, that's beside the point. And she says, but you know who's an even bigger fan of Ghost? I'm like, who? My son. He's 2. He really likes Ghost. Your 2-year-old son likes the Satanic Gag Band. Yeah, no, he really likes Ghost. I'm like, does the dad know? The dad likes Metallica. I think he gets it from him. So
Oh, it's the dad's
it's
fault.
from him.
Wow, from Metallica to Ghost, it's the dad's fault. I see how it goes.
I mean, the mom really likes Ghost, so like she's taking full credit. I know he likes Metallica. He's my boy, but I can get it, right? Because sometimes young kids are like, this song is really cool. It's about genocide. I don't care. Yay!
Yeah. There's actually a lot of like people like Malay people in Malaysia that really like rock.
I am aware. I am very
it's
aware.
A lot.
Yeah. I have friends who they get their kids like
the
they got their
rock
kid
up,
playing
yeah.
like metal
Oh.
from like a very early age.
Mm,
Like I think like kindergarten or primary school, that kid was already shredding.
really?
Yeah, and from like probably 6 months old, that kid was like in the house. It was just like metal music all day, all night kind of thing.
What's the
The metronome.
yeah
Metronome.
when he was pregnant?
I mean,
You gotta have some tempo, child.
you get weird musical taste as a kid. Because,
I get weird musical tastes now.
I mean,
That's true.
Look up Kim Petras' Coconuts. That's great.
the only one I know by Kim Petras is the one she did with Sam Smith.
Unholy. Oh no, you should see Coconuts. It is
Really?
fun.
Okay, I will. I was gonna say that I was I was very young and 8 years old, Penang boy. was a big fan of the Alley Cats.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, I told him I really like the Alley Cats. It's like a really kind of old band from like the 80s. Everybody likes their music, but it's weird that you like it. I'm like, I don't know, songs are really cool. Well, you know they're our neighbors, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, David Arumugam lives down the road.
Oh, fish.
Huh? Like, yeah, no, it's not. He's not like a direct neighbor, but if you go down the road and then go down another road and take a left, he's there. Giant afro watering the plants. Like,
It just
really?
This is why they say don't meet your heroes, you know.
Yeah.
just this guy, you're like, just like blindsided, like,
Yeah,
oh my
I know.
god, this amazing dude performs on stage in front of thousands of people.
And then you realize you've seen him half naked every day.
Yeah, watering the plants.
You're never half naked when you got an afro that
Half
big.
naked for free.
Oh. He's doing it wrong, man. I need to talk to them.
Yeah, you need to talk to
Yeah,
them.
No, but they said,
talk
do
to them.
you want to go to the house and say hello? We can do that. He's a neighbor. We can do that. So I go down to the house, and I'm holding like a children's encyclopedia of world events.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to do.
Were they in it?
Yeah. What?
Were they in the encyclopedia at least?
No, it was just an American encyclopedia. And I don't know why I bought it. I just needed a conversation piece. Because at 8 years
So
old.
you got an encyclopedia?
Yeah.
Dude!
At 8 years old, he was already trying to get the courage to talk to people.
Hi. Oh wow. David was in the back. David Arumugam was there. Loga was still around. And the house inside looked exactly like what you would expect. Kind of like reddish walls, gold records on the walls. And this is my favorite part, bead curtains.
Oh,
Bead curtain.
Bead curtains.
they
like,
were living in that era.
in that, yeah, they never left that era.
Wouldn't their afro get stuck?
Loga never had as big an afro.
Okay.
Later on, the house actually kind of burned down, and then
Because of the afro? Was it
not
friction?
because of the afro, Steven.
Static electricity one day?
Yeah, you're gonna get super cancelled when people
Oh
find
my
out.
god.
But yeah, then Loga passed away of a heart attack, and then,
very
then
unfortunate.
it was very unfortunate. Then David moved out because the house burnt down, so it was one thing after another. But I got to meet the wife because she came over for breakfast. It's a very weird experience to be like. So it's like, yeah, as a kid, you have like weird musical tastes, and then they kind of make sense once you get older, right?
Yeah.
There's a kid
Okay.
that like Darth Vader. And
See, that seems weird until you grow up and you're
I
like,
always choose the weird little Happy Meal toy, and my mom's like, "Are you sure you want that?
All right. Speaking of
Is it
taste.
pretty?"
Speaking of taste, do you have like an ultimate thing that you want to cosplay as?
Whatever makes me the most money. I've gone like so deep into it, I don't see it like that anymore.
Right.
Because I have a lot of things that like, they're all at home. I have like a lot of costumes that I really like, and I don't have the time to cosplay yet.
Yeah, and dude, like those costumes aren't cheap, man. Like
No.
when she charged for like the Polaroids and all this kind of stuff, I was like, I totally get it.
It's justifiable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like how much do you spend on like an average costume, the ballpark figures?
3 to 5, maybe
100.
100. Yeah.
Yeah,
I see some of these costumes like you mentioned Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and the it girl is, well, it's either Lucy,
Yeah.
right? And I'm looking at her outfit. It's somehow 3 layers and doesn't cover much. And I thought to myself,
I'm wearing 3 layers and it doesn't cover much. Yeah.
So I imagine it would cost a lot, and it would be very difficult to wear and have it on you for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Till you
looks
get
like
used
it's
to it, though.
designed to create atomic wedges.
but I think you just get
Oh,
used to it.
yes.
Yeah.
That's when you know your butt looks good. When you're like, yep,
Yeah, no,
It's good.
that's good.
It's tight.
Yeah.
All right,
it's in place.
Getting a hernia.
and on that, guys, Angel, any last words you want to share with people?
Oh, I
Before
have a
wrap up.
question. I got a question.
Hmm.
What was like your favorite outfit to wear? Not for money purposes, but like how it feels on you and how it looks.
Cosplay is pain, man. Maybe KDA Ari, because that one has a lot of sentimental value.
Oh,
I
I've
won,
seen it.
yeah.
okay.
I joined my first cosplay competition in that and won first place. Eat my ass.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the one where you have
costs
the
extra.
Yeah, that's the one where you have like the little plaque thing and all that, right?
That was the one with 9 tails and shit.
Oh, damn.
But that costume is so old and it's like peeled and like the leather comes off. There's a lot of maintenance that goes into it. So
Yeah.
it's not wearable anymore. I threw it away. But I could buy a new one anyways.
I hope they make like a harness for the 9 tails because I imagine that's a shit
It
ton of weight.
depends. Some of my costumes need tails and they show my torso.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's the thing. You gotta be sexy and impractical at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Just as
Yeah.
For
much
long
suffering
hours.
as possible.
Yeah. It's weird, man. Like even like those magicians that have their arm like stuck to a lamppost for
yeah.
hours on end. At least there's something covering you up
Yeah.
to make it like semi comfortable for them. For
the slip
cosplayers,
disc
it's
must be catastrophic.
yeah, it's insane.
So
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. Angel, any final words you wanna express to potential cosplayers or existing cosplayers out there?
stay strong. Okay. Be nice to people, but be nicer to yourself. This hobby will tear you down in every way that it can, if you let it.
Wow, strong stuff. Okay, also I have one special thing. All right, because you guys are literally the first two over here. The thing I'm doing for the podcast.
groovy. You think I could cosplay as like Baron Harkonnen from Dune?
What
Alright.
is that?
Open up.
Oh shit!
Ooh, it's covered in.
Thank you.
It's covered like a drug package from
Yeah,
Colombia.
anyone who comes onto this podcast as a guest, I will.
Do I open it now?
Yeah, open it now. Open it now.
Okay. Where's my
These
bag?
nails.
These deals.
I need a knife, and I have one in my bag, but I don't know where my bag is.
If you want something, get done yourself. Is it fragile?
No, I hope it's not. Just got it today.
I said the same thing about myself.
This is the part of the podcast where just people is going, oh, ASMR. Oh my god, bubble wrap ASMR.
Yep. A whole bunch of people, their eyes rolling in the back of their heads right now.
Yeah, I should really just prepare a knife next time.
Whoa!
I mean, I had a knife.
Yes.
Oh
So
my
you guys,
This is so cool!
Stuck with Steven Survivor.
Yes.
Yes.
Whoa! Oh. Whoa!
wow, broke it right away.
Wow. Okay.
Not stuck anymore!
I look like cut price Rick Ross. It's great.
And that's, yeah, man. So I hope you guys like it.
Yeah, love
Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in for more episodes. We got more guests coming in. Thank you once again to Raqib and Angel for being stuck with Steven.
I can't feel my legs.
Take care, guys.